Okay, so what do you guys want to be doing during this time?
Well, I'm kind of like waiting for Gerard and Ariel to get back.
I imagine I'm just prepping. I'm doing the physical part of the holocron repairs.
Yeah, do you want to make a mechanics roll?
Yeah, because I think that's what I've been doing for all the extra time I had after
Uh-huh.
my 6 hours of sleep.
What's your bonus for that?
I get like a 15. I can take a 10 after I make the roll before he says the results.
I can also try and use Enlighten, so you could use the Force bonus instead.
I mean, that's probably helpful.
We'll find out. Let's see if it's a good roll. Same as you taking a 10.
Actually, me taking a 10 would be 26.
Okay, then you should just do that then.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a 10. I can't use that again until we hit another encounter. So it's a 26. And I'll throw a force point in there because this is important.
Ooh.
Somehow my force point rolls are really, really good. Though they usually seem to have a nat 1 right next to them. I'm surprised how often when I check that, I get a 6 and a 1. It's at least twice now. So that'd be 32 on mechanics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you continue working on that. Things seem to be going pretty well. Okay, after a little while, Eric comes looking for John.
I'm back in the room where we slept.
Okay. Yeah, so he walks in and then comes up to you.
Okay, I jump up from the bed and stand at attention.
John Thomas?
Sir.
We're going to begin assessing the capabilities of our little resistance squad at 1000 hours.
Understood.
So report to the hangar bay, then. Bring any weapons you might have.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then he walks out. It's like 9 o'clock right now.
Okay.
So, Ariel and Gerard will make their way over there to Dell, see what crazy secret shenanigans he wants to do.
You mean awesome shenanigans? They're not even shenanigans this time.
Again, my original statement stands.
I guess we're sure walking slow.
Very slow.
You're like doing like the someone told you to hurry up and now you're purposely walking really slow.
Exactly. Yep.
Got it.
Watching every single step, purposely stepping on every single square of tile.
Yeah.
Well, when you guys come in, he'll nod and gesture at Pakaz. Well, Pakaz seems to have figured out a way to fix the holocron that he has. But it needs all of us.
Your friend has a holocron.
Yeah, he recovered it from the old Jedi Temple on Dantooine.
You
But
hear
it
a
was-
grunt from the corner of affirmation.
Alright.
Overlooking the fact that you stole a holocron. Why do you have one?
I didn't steal anything. It's from the dilapidated temple that no one has been in for a long time, and it's also destroyed. Well, it was destroyed. Anyway, the point is, the holocron is one of the ways that we found out more information about the Shadow. And who knows if it has other secrets that have been lost to the Jedi since then, since apparently that wasn't in the archives. Maybe it has other information that isn't in the archives or on other holocrons as well. It could give us an edge against the Sith on this planet.
Kaz stops what he's doing for a moment and turns around and then says, "To be fair, I found it in another tower from the library, so it might not be that holocron. It was burnt out and dead either way."
Yeah, but most everything was taken from there, so
It's true, I did find this hidden room, so, I mean, who knows. Anyways, back to fixing it.
yes, but Pakaz, how much longer do you think that part of it will take?
Jam.
Like 4 more hours.
I say 4 more hours.
Okay. Then you'll need the rest of us then?
Yes, for about 12 hours. So, rest up.
Anyway, I also wanted to apologize to you two for going into your head and finding out about your brother. I shouldn't have done that.
That's correct. You shouldn't have done that.
But you're looking for him here, aren't you?
Yes.
if you let me into your mind more and I can get more of a sense of him, I might be able to help you find him.
Gerard just kind of gives a glance over, or a side glance to his sister.
Um, how would you do that?
Well, I can find people in the Force, but only if I get a sense of what they feel like in the Force, and I can't, since I've never met your brother, I can't just look for him now. But if I spend enough time getting a sense of who he is in the Force through you, it's more difficult than finding someone if I had met them in person, but I might be able to locate him.
If you did this, would he know you were looking for him?
Potentially. He might be able to feel it, but it's not very easy to detect it. But I can't guarantee that he won't know.
If we were to do this, I think it would be better if you used Jarot to find him. My brother is Aaron is my twin. We have a bond. He senses my emotions and feelings much more closely than anyone else's. He would be able to see your intent, and I fear he might be able to use me to find you. It's not as close with Gerard.
Well, that will make it slightly more difficult than if I were to use you, but to avoid detection, if that's what you wish. And if Gerard also wishes me to attempt it, then I will.
We'll find him one way or another. Whether or not you help is not going to affect much. His trail led us here. It'll lead us elsewhere. Ariel, if you want, I will.
I know he's still alive, but it would be nice to know if he was still on the planet.
And for that, Gerard nods. Alright then. What do you need from me, Delphine?
Well, we should find some place to get comfortable, and basically bring to the surface of your mind how your brother feels in the Force and anything that is relevant, so I don't have to go looking for it. I prefer not to pry into anything else.
Alright, I will do what I can.
Eagle, I think we decided that Kalani was meditating in the corner.
You're off in the corner, quote unquote, meditating, aka leveling up.
Yep. It takes much concentration to level up. All right. Yeah, GM. Yeah. What should I roll? Should I just roll Mind Probe for this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll like a nat 1, and it's gonna go terribly.
I can't wait.
I don't have to go against his will defense since he's letting me in, right?
Um, Well, that also serves as the DC to actually find any information, so it's not an automatic success.
Well, force point time it is.
It got you over by will defense.
By 1. Goodness gracious.
Okay, so you can get a sense of him, but not a very good sense. So if you use Farseeing, I'm going to say, in addition to rolling a disadvantage like you had to do for Laura, you have to have a -5 penalty.
Oh, that sounds fun. I can do it, right? I'm going to roll a nat 1 on one of these. Surprisingly, no nat 1s. Yeah, I'm going to use a force point on that too. Ah, much better.
So what is that? Is that with the -5 included? So you have a 31.
Yes.
Most of the difficulty came because Gerard is a little anxious about letting you into his head again. Because the first time was
Yeah, well.
non-consensual.
Anywho's, so yeah. So I guess we're doing that. Yeah, probably while we're doing that, John goes to do his things, right, Kyrath? I think John said he was going there, so.
Yeah.
Whenever.
Yeah, John, you can walk out to the hangar. Okay, so yeah, you get a vision of Aaron.
Very descriptive. I know you're typing. I will let you know once the GM lets me know.
It's a very difficult vision to perceive. Takes a while.
Yeah.
I feel like getting a sense of him in Gerard's head.
Okay, so the far-seeing rules actually, like, if you see something, there's no way to know where that something is, technically, according to the far-seeing rules. So it's not like you see something and also magically know what planet that is.
Yeah, but I feel like if I go searching for a certain presence in the Force, I would know generally where it is. That's my argument for that.
Well, I don't really feel like far-seeing is sensing someone in the Force.
Well, it says you gain a vague sense of their immediate surroundings, what it's currently doing, and any strong emotions that it's presently feeling.
Right, so it doesn't say anything about location or proximity to you other than its immediate surroundings.
So, I mean, I could see if you don't want to give him a description that could possibly contain some bit of information that might give him a clue, then I would say maybe a perception roll, and then you come up with something based on how good that perception roll is.
Well, and he also rolled a force point, right? So then that makes it a clear mental image of the target's surroundings.
Only if
Well,
you
he used
spend
that
it
to-
for that.
Yeah, he added it to the roll number instead of activating the special.
But I know what like the Ventuine architecture looks like, right?
Yeah, you can roll perception.
Woohoo! Rolls a 4. Yay!
Yeah, you aren't really sure.
That's okay. Some of that information, like what he's doing and what he feels, like that stuff is relevant. That will be useful. I mean, I'm sure it'll all be useful, but
Aldo opens his eyes. I'm not sure if he's still on Ventuine. I saw him speaking with the Falline. And I felt like he was actively suppressing his emotions.
Considering his connections, I'm not surprised at that.
he's afraid I'll know. He's trying to keep himself away from me.
Yes.
Well, that's all I can see for now. I'll see if I can find out something more useful potentially later. But sorry, it wasn't more helpful.
Did you get a clear picture of this Falline?
GM, how much of the Falling did I see?
Well, with a 15, not great.
Was it a girl, a boy?
There's a male.
Yeah, he was male, had green skin. But I couldn't make out that much. I suppose
Wearing
finding
robes.
someone I haven't actually met in person is tricky.
Thank you. For trying, at least.
I'll let you know if I found out anything else.
Please do.
Thank you then.
About this holocron. You needed our help, but you weren't very clear on what you needed from us.
From what Picaz has told me, it seems like it's some sort of forced meditation that we all need to do together to basically retune it. Sort of like lightsabers, but I have a feeling it's going to be very different than that.
Holocrons are a very delicate piece of technology. Not something that can be put together lightly.
Very true. I would expect nothing less for something like that.
When would you need our help?
GM, how much time is left? Probably like 3 hours ish. I think we've gone an hour into the future, so like 3 hours.
In 3 hours, then for 12 hours after that.
Right, well... Gerard said something about a meeting. What did you guys meet over?
Well, the general that we rescued from the prison has taken over command of the resistance. Edith's people are tasked with resource and intelligence gathering, basically, and they're splitting this cell up into 4 different groups.
That seems like a good decision.
Yeah, John had heard of this general through reputation, so it seems at least his reputation is good. So I think that the resistance is in good hands for the moment.
Well, it doesn't sound like there's much need for Gerard and I anymore. At least not with resistances.
That is what it seems like that it does. I told the general that I would confer with you, Ari, just before we know exactly what our plans will be. Whoa!
What?
I think he blew something up.
I think he did it nonchalantly.
Yeah, you did it nonchalantly. Tell me you did it nonchalantly. You walked into the room and just said, "Oh, training. Oh, okay, I got this," and just nonchalantly went pew.
No, that was actually very purposeful.
Okay.
Well, you definitely made a good impression.
I was this close to taking triple crit.
And I think you would have blown something like really up. Like, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, it is.
That triple
So-
crit could one-shot people.
So he gets his own brigade now, right? Like his own troops and his own assignment. Clearly, this man can shoot.
Yeah.
2 of the D12s got max damage. That is a lot of damage.
Imagine if all 3 of them got max damage.
Oh, and it doesn't even use did you aim? Because don't you get another die if you aim, or you do not have that?
Also, that's not even the weapon I've been using.
Yeah.
That's my old rifle.
Oldie but a goodie.
I didn't mean to interrupt what you guys are doing. I just got that note from Kyrath.
Oh, don't worry about it. I think we were just kind of meandering for the next 3 hours until Picasso finishes.
Yeah, we are. Or were. And then we saw the numbers and went, whoa!
Everyone's like, ooh, shiny green nat 20.
Yeah,
Ooh.
pretty much.
It's going to be a nat 1 when we hit combat again. You just know it.
Yep.
So what happened? Okay, I saw the not 20
Yeah,
and
Kyrath asked me to make an attack roll to see how well I do in the, I'm participating in some training thing.
No, he's actually assassinating the general, taking his place. He was weak.
Anyway, I actually did have something to ask.
Okay.
Well, I had asked the Jedi to bring some supplies in here to help the Resistance. I think with that on the way, as soon as they get here, I mean, Jarabra and I were only on Ventolin looking for Aaron, and we stopped to help the Resistance. But if they no longer require our help, we need to continue our mission.
That is true. We do need to eventually get back. We do need to get back on the trail. The Lucasana still requires that we do our duty. Not to mention that I want to go ahead and find my brother.
Well, we could potentially use your help until this whole shadow thing is dealt with. I saw a vision this morning. It seems that what we've been doing here has been drawing forces out of the north, and I think my associates are close to finding the lightsaber crystal we've been searching for.
What would be your next step then?
Well, the next step is, if they need an extraction, give it to them and help them get back here. And then the step after that is getting the shadow to attack us so we can kill it finally. I haven't quite figured that one out yet.
Perhaps more information will reveal itself while we wait.
Potentially. It could also be that the shadow can't be anywhere since 2 of our associates are still in hyperspace, going elsewhere. And I prefer that the shadow does not manifest itself in the city. The amount of damage it could do might be problematic. But it also seems that something has been clouding my vision. It's been hard to get a sense for things. I'm not sure if it's the shadow or just the heavy Sith presence on this planet, but something's interfering with the Force.
Well, then, considering the planet, it could be either. It could also be both.
But when we have the shadow and we're trying to defeat it, I have no doubt that the rest of Darth Krufe and his associates will come for it. So we'll probably need as many people as possible. We can't let it fall into their hands.
For that, I understand. We shall see what happens as the future unfolds then.
Anybody else got anything else? Are we fast forwarding? Fast forwarding is like when I skip all the romance scenes in like Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith, and it makes the movies a lot better.
What romance scenes?
Exactly, very exactly. Mainly whenever Anakin and or Padme are not doing something actiony, I skip the scene that they're in. It's great. It makes watching them much faster. Like Attack of the Clones turns into like an hour and a half long movie.
Oh, you mean so just about any time Anakin opens his mouth?
Yeah, like even
Sorry.
when he's killing all the sand people, skip that. We kind of just derailed.
Yeah, sorry, had to.
It makes Attack of the Clones basically like an Obi-Wan investigation film with a big fight at the end. So it's pretty great. Anyway, Kyrath, what's happening?
Yeah, so, well, first, John, Eric is very impressed with your skills. Yeah, you seem to be probably the most skilled person out of any of the other people you guys rescued that are assigned to your group.
I mean, I fired a couple guns.
So after the training is over, it goes for about 2 hours. Then he tells the men to continue recovering because they're still weary from their imprisonment. Then he asks you if you want to go help him do some reconnaissance to look for additional bases this evening.
Yeah.
Okay, then he also lets you rest and recuperate because that's not going to be till after dark.
What about drawing equipment like electro binoculars, things like that? Do we have any of that kind of thing available to us? Or are we just gonna go with what we got?
Yeah, there's some supplies that were additionally raided from the prison camp. So you could search through that to see if there's anything useful. But pretty much the only supplies you guys have right now are the supplies you guys took from this supply depot, and then the additional supplies that you raided from the prison.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll fast forward to when Pakaz finishes doing the mechanical repairing of the holocron.
I believe it was a yellow holocron, right?
Sure, we can go with that. I don't remember if I said it had a color.
That's what I remember.
Okay,
So
Sure.
now it's red and yellow.
it's a McDonald's holocron.
Oh no!
The McDonocron.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
And the design on its side looks mysteriously like an M.
It's just the worst. We get a cheap holocron. It's probably off the dollar menu of holocrons.
Like, it's repaired with synthetic Sith crystals from their lightsabers. I mean,
So it's not even real.
it's not a top quality
Yeah.
holocron at all.
Knockoff from the McDonald's dollar menu. Eee.
Yeah, so at this point it's like 12:30
AM or PM?
p.m.
I imagine at this point, we start talking about where we're going to do this and how we're going to do this. And then we get to the idea that maybe we want to ask for a room we can have assigned as off limits for 12 hours because we don't want interruptions.
Yeah, for a ritual like this, we probably want to discuss how we're gonna do it because
Then Prakaz stops in his tracks and goes, wait a minute, we need to find somewhere with a strong connection to the Force for this, probably. At least that would be the best.
Well, we don't exactly have our choice of locations right now.
This is true.
if you need exemplar connections to the Force, at least for location, we can search wherever we need to inside this base. I do believe it will be safe for us. For our purposes, at least, that it should be.
I know exactly where we should go.
Of course.
So, Olivia says, deaths leave a lasting impression in the Force, especially deaths of Force users. Where did a lot of Force users just die like yesterday?
Who says?
I'm not sure that we're looking for something that would be imbue with the dark side of the Force, because
Usually,
I know it
those-
probably doesn't make a difference to you, but it will to them.
Yes, usually those who
Well, I mean,
die. in-
at the time we could probably fix that. I mean, it'd probably take like a year, but we could work on it. Well, yeah, maybe that's not the best idea.
I think we should just stay in the base because it's secure and make do, because I don't think we're going to find somewhere else.
Are we gonna do this or what?
Yeah, why don't we just use this room? We can, make sure no one comes in.
You mean lock the door?
Yeah, put a sign on it, or perhaps Kalani would be able to also stand in front of it.
Yeah, but then we lock John and everyone and Dirk and Jella out of the room. I mean, I don't know how to do that to them. This is the place we've all been given to sleep.
Yes, well, they're probably using the rest of the base, so
Can I look through the base walls and find a place where there aren't people?
Also, it's probably going to be a lot more difficult here to do the whole hologram thing.
Yeah, there aren't any places where there aren't people because there's like 170 people crammed in here. There are some other small rooms that are smaller than the room you guys have in that just have a couple people that you might be able to
Didn't-
kick out.
Aren't there speeders?
Yeah, in
So
the hangar bay.
can't we just go into a speeder and lock it?
Yeah, you could do that.
but what if they need it for moving people?
It's like going into your car and taking a nap. I think they're not going to use every single one of them.
It's either we go into a speeder or we knock on somebody's door and go, "Hello, can we use this? Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. Jedi business," and shut and lock the door. While they're all staring at the door, going, "Huh?"
Sure, why not? Alright, so we're going. Dell starts leaving.
As follows. At the same time, he's arguing that it's going to be a lot harder here.
Harder here
Without
than
a
where?
strong connection to the Force in some way.
If we go to the place you're suggesting, we'll imbue the artifact with dark energies, and that will not help us.
I mean,
Very true.
we can counterbalance that.
You're already proposing quite complex technique in the Force, and then also a secondary one where we're trying to combat the dark side.
I mean, there's like 6 of us.
5 of us.
I would also.
Oh, if you count Kalani, I guess maybe there's 7. But
7?
I would say do not tempt fate, as it were. We do not know what could be unleashed if we do so. Let's do what we can the safest way.
yes, but at the same time, what if we just screw it up and destroy it, and then we lose all chance of gaining any information?
Would you prefer to have it blow up in our faces, or us to go over and basically create a monster that will blow up in our faces?
Well, we can fight, so
There'd be no information gained either way.
yes. But it's more likely that we succeed.
This is a pointless discussion. We're not going. Look, we just have to trust that we will have what it takes. If we don't, we don't. But we can't leave the base. It's not just, will not just get us into trouble with the holocron. It'll also put the resistance in danger. If we get captured or something happens, someone spots us in a crater that we created, which I'm guessing the Sith are all over, that's going to spell bad news for everyone.
I mean, that's probably true.
We'll just have to make do with what we got. And what are you talking about? I count 5 Force users in this room. You, myself, Gerard, Dell, and Kalani. Who are these other 2 you're speaking of?
Olivia and Dell's friend.
I'm not sure they'll be able to help us with this.
Who? Who are these people you're talking about?
Gerard just eyes both of you as much as a Maraluka could eye somebody, with a puzzled, quizzical look.
The circumstances of my former master's death somehow prevented him from becoming one with the Force. He's kind of separate from it, but he doesn't have physical form.
Your master is a Force spirit?
Yep. Has been for a long time.
Wow. I'm sorry.
And the spirit that's been hanging along with Bakaz is from Thela. One of the 4 spirits, I guess. Decided to tag along instead of staying on the planet.
Interesting.
Her name's Olivia?
Well, I mean, she didn't really have a name. The first one that came to mind that was feminine.
Sorry, it's a little hard for me to grasp. You've had these two force spirits following you around this whole time, and this is the first we've heard of them.
Well, it's not exactly easy for them to talk to other people.
No, but you think it might have come up, seeing as that you're talking to him and you're traveling with 3 Jedi.
I tend
I
to
don't
try
see
and
why.
bring up the oddities of the Force as little as possible, because John seems to grow tired of it and distrusts it. So I never mentioned it before for that reason.
Also, we've been really busy and we haven't really stopped to do anything but rest very quickly since we've met.
Anyway, so is Kalani coming with us or not coming with us?
Since I've been even more distractible than usual, what is going on? What are we doing?
We're trying to fix the holocron.
Yeah, we're doing Jedi stuff. Do you want to come along?
Yeah. Sounds like.
I believe it's 12 hours of meditation, so...
Okay, still a good thing to try to do, I imagine.
Yep.
So,
Apparently it's the holocron that Paquez found in the the Jedi ruins that he hasn't told you about.
You were the only other person. No, she was there when she
Oh,
saw
yeah.
me get it. She's the only person who knew about it the entire time I've had it.
Yeah,
I
so
mentioned
that
it.
Yeah,
It's
no, but
nice
now we knew about it.
thing.
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks ago. But yeah, so we had a conversation about it after that, and I think I saw Pakaz working on it once before that. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's fix one.
And there was this discussion about the Force spirits that are tagging along with you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I seem to recall a discussion where you talked about all sorts of other secrets, but not that one.
Yeah, I think Gerard would do this. He's gonna try to use the Force and sense these two spirits.
So close.
Last level,
Yeah,
that would have
that's
been a
pretty high.
Oh yeah.
It's over the minimum 30 required to hit to sense someone who's dead.
Yeah. Unless Dell or Pakaz want to try to stop that, I'd say that he can probably get a feeling of them.
I feel like it's not our decision. That'd be
Unless
the-
there's an
the people's
objection from
decision.
the targeted parties, I'm going to say no.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah, there's no aggression meant by it. He's just trying to confirm what you said. So he's like, huh? Really? Or are you two just full of Banthapudu, as it were?
Ariel just kind of looks around, like trying to see the source of what she hears.
Yeah, you feel them both, Gerard.
Okay.
I guess since you sort of see with the Force, you maybe can almost see like a ghost after image, sort of like, of them hovering around Dell and Pakaz.
Okay. For that, Gerard will then look at both of them and then politely bow. It's nice to meet you.
Can I become aware of it too, now that I know at least one of them exists?
Yeah, sure. Is Haimar a Miraluka? Kylar?
Yeah,
I thought he
I'm pretty
was.
sure. Just let me
Yeah.
double check. I'm pretty sure he is. Oh yeah, no, he definitely is.
Yeah. So actually, you sort of get a sense that the Force spirit of Dell is actually a former Miraluka.
I speak in Miraluka and greet him traditionally.
Well then, I would like pleasantries and discussions, but we have something to do as well. Do we not, anyways? But it is a pleasure to meet both you, Olivia, and you, Master.
Indeed, but I fear if we stand around talking to ourselves much longer, the soldiers are going to think we're crazy, which we might be. But we need to get started.
Yeah, there is this guy down here that's standing sort of close to you guys, looking in your direction.
Poor guy. He's sitting there looking at us having a conversation with somebody who's not there to him, and he's like, "Oh, great, more Jedi business. Space wizards have come to town. Oh no."
Yeah, to be honest, it's a little. I think it's a little bit strange. I don't usually speak out loud.
Anywho, Dell starts walking for a speeder.
Yeah, no. Yeah, because just immediately follows him.
Okay, are you just looking for any speeder that's big enough for you guys to all fit in, or?
Yeah, fit in comfortably.
Yeah.
If anyone looks like they're in charge of running this place, I'll probably ask if any of them aren't going to be needed for a while.
Yeah, because we want to put up a D&D sign on it and just say "Do not disturb" and turn off all access to any piloting or any of the bridge or whatnot. We don't want it to leave.
Okay. Well, if you guys ask, they'll direct you to like a speeder that's on the far left corner over here, because that's the furthest away from the hangar bay door. So if it's not moved, it won't like block any of the other ships.
Okie dokie.
He knows, and everyone talks it out, and then we get working on it.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody can make a use the force roll.
One moment.
We're off to a great start.
Hey, it's another 1 and a 6.
Boom!
It's
Nat
all-
20!
Dylan,
Well, that's-
Okay.
Oh, someone's carrying.
That worked. Well, that works even better because I took the Force Secret Holocron, whatever, Lore Master, so
So did I.
and I'll
doesn't
add
help
in
you
the
as much,
force
though.
point.
No, I'm better with the mechanical bits. I've hardly known about holocrons. I've just learned about them.
Let's see. Okay, so Picaz is a 33.
I'm gonna wait. Can I use my daily Force point that I get from my meditation, my Guardian Spirit on this one?
No.
It only can be used to for force powers, I believe.
Right. Okay, I'll boost my score. Why not? I'll make it even better.
You got a nat 20.
Yeah, now I
Oh,
got a
yeah,
45.
Close enough, funny.
I have a 33 total.
Just in case he's just averaging the totals, and then now the total's 5 higher.
Three
Yeah.
33s.
Okay,
Gerard's
what does Gerard have?
Gerard's going to be at 30 because he used a force point.
And Kalani is
35.
So with Gerard, at
Ooh.
least from the looks of it, Gerard.
And you guys didn't want to include Kalani. She got the
Yeah, that's
second
a good
highest
roll.
roll.
Yeah, Kalani, that's a
Yeah.
good roll. Nice work.
Yeah, Gerard being the lowest at 30. There you go.
Hey guys, no one rolled below 30.
John, I just saw your roll.
Except John. John
It's
rolled a 4.
appropriately low.
He like just sensed some space wizardry was coming on, and he's just like,
He actually
I
rolled
support
one
you.
higher than me.
he's there in spirit.
What?
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
You guys all roll, like,
Okay, so you guys meditate around the holocron for 12 hours, or you start your attempt to meditate around the holocron for 12 hours.
And then the giant force monster appears, and
Yeah, so you guys can feel that it already has like an existing presence in the force, but it's like very weak and tenuous. So all of you sort of have to link your efforts together. So as you start working with the holocron, you also like gain a deeper sense of your fellow force users as you work together to try to align the crystal so that it has like a single cohesive force presence.
So what secrets do we learn about each other in the meantime?
Depends. Does anyone want to offer up a fact that the other characters learn about you in this process?
I feel like that's something the GM should decide. You just said we all have a deep understanding of each other.
Yeah. Well, let's take a break here before we find out the results of this, and also I'll think about a secret.
That's good.
All right.
So we will reconvene in 10 minutes.
okie dokie.